Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of a Game of Thrones Jon 1. So, we have Jon in the welcoming feast for the royal family. Jon being the bastard, the not son from Lord Stark's marriage, isn't seated at the high table with his siblings and the royal family. He's sitting at the back, which he enjoys because that means he can drink as much as he wants. He also comments about, the royal family, and dear God, Jon proceeded to look at an 8-year-old girl, call her insipid and stupid, and move the fuck on. What the hell? Dear Lord, Jon Snow is so judgy. He said he was disappointed in what the king looked like. He called Cersei's bullshit for what it was, saying her smile was obviously fake. Even he could see that. And proceeded to say that Jaime Lannister looked every inch what a king should be. Which I guess is him showing his age, being 14, putting more stock into looks than anything. So he's drinking, and then his Uncle Benjen, who's a member of the Night's Watch, comes over. And he asked to join. Because he thought about it. His siblings basically have places they can go. He doesn't have a place to go. He wants a place where he can belong. And he's heard the bastards could rise high in the Night's Watch. Benjen proceeds to tell him that he shouldn't do it. He doesn't know what he's given up. And I kind of feel like the way that he answered should have told Jon all he needed to know. He ended up saying a sentence where he used the word son to Jon, and Jon said, "I'm not your son." And Benjen said, "More's the pity." Which I take to mean that Benjen kind of, maybe he doesn't fully regret it, but he does regret joining the Night's Watch and not having a son of his own. That's what I took it as. I took it as the best wake-up call Jon could have got. Like, hey, this is the first Ranger, and he regrets it. He kind of runs out the wall. So, Benjen kind of does make a tasteless comment about fathering bastards. And Jon leaves after kind of loudly exclaiming, "I'll never father bastards." Before kind of walking out the hall with his direwolf ghost. There he meets Tyrion Lannister. Now, Tyrion Lannister proceeded to do some type of flippity-doo-dah to get off this ledge or whatever, and started petting Ghost. And he and Jon have a conversation, where he clocks that Jon is this bastard of Lord Stark, complimenting, saying that he looks a lot like him, which made Jon happy. Because, again, he just really wants to belong, and, him getting pointed out as one of Lord Stark's sons probably makes him feel like he belongs. He doesn't really like the truth, though, which is that he is the bastard. And Tyrion proceeds to give him the greatest advice of, never forget what you are. The world won't. And that all dwarfs are bastards in their father's eyes. Or, all dwarfs are bastards, but not all bastards need to be dwarves. And as he walks away, Jon comments, he was as tall as a king. And I kind of feel like that's him kind of going over, kind of moving past his look thing that he had with Jaime Lannister, how he looked like a king. I kind of feel like this is him maturing a bit, just a little bit, whether he knows it or not, that looks don't mean everything, and that him saying that Tyrion is as tall as a king. Yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed this chapter. I don't think it was the greatest. It wasn't the greatest. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.